LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers, winners of 3 in a row. DeJounte Murray and Atlanta Hawks have not been playing great ball. They're trying to right their wrongs. In the first, LeBron and Murray exchange a couple of plays. And then LeBron in attack mode, spinning, wheeling and dealing, going right through that Atlanta Hawks defense. Make it twice. The King taking care of business early as his Lakers lead by 9. Second quarter, LeBron finding Max Christie, who throws it down. And then LeBron continuing the giving spirit despite being past the holiday season. It's LeBron finding Kendrick Nunn in the corner for 3. Nunn probably had his best game to date as a Laker. More on him in a second, but first things first, respect to Brody. 18, 11, and 9 for Russell Westbrook. There's one of the 9 dimes. He goes to the King. Lakers are up big at home. Kendrick Nunn, another dime from the King. 23 points for Nunn in this one. Second half we go. It's Dennis Schroeder lining it up and knocking it down. He's been a huge pickup for the Lakers. Trae Young and the Hawks trying to make a game of this thing. How about the deep 3 from Ice Trae? But LeBron responds with a deep 3 of his own. Young is going to get in the lane, the deuce plus the foul, 2 of his 32 points. But Atlanta got to do something with LeBron here. They're not doing it. LeBron right down the lane again, just attacking that Hawks defense with relentless force. And Thomas Bryant's like, I'll have some of what my guy LeBron's having. Offensive rebound, and then the jam. Young cuts the Hawks deficit down to 10, but when it's said and done, one team had LeBron James, the other did not, and that's the difference. LeBron, 25 points, 7 rebounds, 10 assists. The Lakers win their 4th in a row, beating up on the Atlanta Hawks. Yeah, this one was a laugher down the stretch. 130-114 is your final. Well, we talk about the Los Angeles Lakers pretty much every single day. We'll give them a break. What I really want to give a little bit of my time to, and I don't think enough people are talking about this, is the Atlanta Hawks. The Atlanta Hawks right now have went 5-5 in their last 10 games. They're 18-21 in the Eastern Conference, and I love bringing up the East because at the bottom of the East, like the Orlando Magic, the Detroit Pistons, who are without Cade for the year, you talk about the Charlotte Hornets, who were without LaMelo for the beginning of this year. The point I'm trying to make is there are a lot of easy wins to be had night in, night out at the bottom of the Eastern Conference. The Atlanta Hawks are still 10th out East right now, and they're in no man's land, meaning right now you're 10th out East, you play in the play-in tournament. I would like the Atlanta Hawks' chance in the play-in tournament, but hey, it's still the play-in tournament. You don't make the playoffs. You're not in contention to get a top pick, and for Atlanta's perspective, they've traded a lot of their assets away anyway. So they're now in no man's land out East. What I'm noticing from them when I actually watch their games, they're losing a lot of games that they used to win 2 years ago, and that's very concerning. A lot of these games where Trae Young would take over in the fourth quarter, it's simply not happening now, and you could be the judge, and you can kind of figure out in your mind, what do you believe is the reason why the Hawks are not closing out some of these games? Is it the fact that Trae's coming off the ball more with DeJounte Murray in the lineup, other young players, and getting the ball in their hands more than in years past? From a point guard standpoint or a playmaking standpoint, maybe. I like Trae Young a lot. I'm one of the people that believes in him, but I have to be honest, he's too spotty for me. That's always been his thing, but a lot of times he closed out a lot of those games in the fourth quarters. Ain't been the case this year. Atlanta is in California making a mess of themselves. Losing to the Warriors, who would obviously without Steph Curry, that was a bad loss. Losing to the Lakers, obviously they're without Anthony Davis. The Kings game was one that could have went either way. Nothing to brag about. The Atlanta Hawks are bad at the wrong time. I'm not saying it's ever good to be bad in the NBA, but what I'm saying is the Atlanta Hawks are bad, and it seems like they're imploding on themselves right before the trade deadline. That is not a good time to be a bad team in the NBA if you got high expectations for yourselves, which the Atlanta Hawks do have. One of the things and one of the reasons why I believe Atlanta might be closer to breaking this thing up at the top than in years past is because expectations. In years past, you weren't paying 2 to 3, 4 guys really good money. You bring in DeJounte Murray, okay, bags are out there now. You're not the lowest in cap anymore. You have expectations when you go top heavy on these rosters. And for Atlanta, that's exactly what they've done, acquiring DeJounte Murray to pair him up alongside Trae Young. This is a team that needs to win and be better than 10th out East, period. Period. There are too many winnable games night to night in the NBA out East for the Atlanta Hawks to be in the number 10 spot. That's the reality of their situation right now. We know that they've been trying to trade John Collins at least this is year 2 now. We'll see if they finally get that deal done at the deadline. I believe he is the first domino to fall, and then we'll see what happens with guys like Trae Young and DeJounte next year. You can't trade him right now, but Trae Young is a big one. I could see him being unhappy. I'm telling you, the 2 guys you want to watch right now in the NBA, from my estimations, are the stars that I believe could want change. I would watch Trae Young and I would watch Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Those are the 2 point guards that I believe could really shake some things up in the NBA in the next 8 to 12 months. Those 2 guys are the ones I think you want to keep your eye on.